What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua and his words to Deontay Wilder. And this is what he says about Wilder. Quote, he says, Deontay Wilder, he's just another challenger. Offer still stands when he's ready and he's man enough to not lie. Be real. It wasn't nice when they were trying to tarnish my name. It'll be good to get stopped PR stunts and get a fight underway. Wow. Those are the words of Anthony Joshua. You know, I have to agree with that because a lot of people thought because Wilder was saying he was scared and Tyson was on board, and what people didn't understand about those two guys had a common opponent, and his name was Anthony Joshua. Okay, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, because they were fighting each other, they had somewhat of a pact, or so Wilder thought, until Tyson Fury signed with ESPN. That was draw number one, and he fought him again finally. But then after he fought him, he immediately jumped on the idea of fighting Anthony Joshua when Anthony Joshua won his titles back. So I think when he won his titles, when he won his titles back, he figured that I want those titles from Anthony, thought Fury. And when Fury beat Wilder, that was his next objective, okay? But back to Deontay. Deontay said a lot of things that weren't true about Joshua. And everyone knew what the negotiations was. Everybody knew what the offer was. And Wilder just decided not to take it. And it was kind of weird to me. Like, again, this guy or this team of Joshua's offering you money. But yet he's scared, but he's offering you offers, and you're declining them, but you're still calling him scared. Or then you went from scared to begging, because remember he said, well, you know, Anthony Joshua was begging now for a fight, but then that is the fight if that's the guy that's the champion. Anthony Joshua was the champion, so what did it matter for Deontay to chase Tyson Fury around? I mean, Deontay didn't even care about the belts that Tyson Fury claimed he had. You guys remember that? Wilder told people, damn that lineal belt, it don't mean shit. The lineal title don't mean shit. The Ring magazine don't mean shit. I don't want it when I beat him. Remember that? These are facts. This is exactly what Deontay said. So what else would you want? Why would you even want to challenge Tyson Fury for a rematch when you want or claim to want to be undisputed champion, one face, one champion, one name? Now, the first sentence Anthony Joshua mentioned, Deontay Wilder is another challenger. And he's right. He is another challenger. He is no champion now. Tyson Fury's the champion. Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder, so that's what he is. But the offer still stands because he still wants to fight him, which is a good thing. You know, and to say the least, that's farther more than Deontay would have ever done with Joshua. Because you remember when Joshua lost to Ruiz, the last person Deontay Wilder talked about fighting was Anthony Joshua. But then it kind of made you kind of suspicious, like, okay, you didn't want to fight him after he lost. You wanted to fight Ruiz. You were quick to fight Ruiz. But now you don't even want to fight Anthony Joshua because that name, AJ, Anthony Joshua, Femi, was not even in the list of people that you wanted to fight after Fury snubbed you, or supposedly snubbed you. So it's just apparent that Wilder just didn't want that particular fight, you know. And Anthony's coming forth and saying, you know what, hey, just stop the bullshit if you really want to fight. Because, you know, you're a challenger, and if you want the opportunity to fight me, the offer still stands. Now, here's the thing. I believe what Anthony Joshua was doing now is the same thing Tyson Fury was doing. with Pulev and Joshua, or like what Bob Arum was doing with Pulev and Joshua, trying to weigh both sides, you know what I mean? Feed into both sides to see who wins. They already have a vested interest on both sides because they've already talked it up. That's what Anthony Joshua was doing. Because see, if Wilder makes and he wins that mediation hearing deal, right? If he wins and Tyson has to fight him and Deontay wins, well, he will become the WBC champion, two-time WBC heavyweight champion. And he would avenge this loss, and then all that stuff would have happened. But then the next fight would be, there would be no Fury Joshua, but they could definitely be a Wilder Joshua, or a Joshua Wilder, or however you want to say it. Depends on what side of the street you're on, right? So I think Joshua's doing that because he wants to, put it out there to let everyone know whoever wins will be will be the guy that he wants to fight. Now, this is what I won't agree with. I agree with 100% of what Anthony Joshua said. The only question is, why is he saying that now? The timing's off. The only thing, if I'm Anthony Joshua, the only thing I should be concerned with is Kubrat Pulev, my mandatory, the guy that could foil it all. So if Pulev knocks out Anthony Joshua, all this shit he said about Wilder makes no difference, right? Until he can avenge or get his belts back. But if he loses, you can erase all this shit right off the chalkboard, because that's who I feel he should be focused on, not Wilder. But maybe someone asked him, maybe it was a response or whatever, so you always take that into consideration. But, I believe in the Mayweather mentality, the money Mayweather mentality as far as focus. Don't talk about a fighter until that fight is necessary, until that fight is actually on the table, until another fight is out of the way first. So my counterpunch to Anthony Joshua was, sure, I agree with what he said, but no sense of talking about that now until you knock out Pulev or you take care of Pulev. Now that's my counterpunch on that. You guys tell me what you think about what Anthony Joshua said to Deontay Wilder. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.